What's up, everybody? This is Domingo here on Network, and today's wrestling video I'm going to be doing a discussion video, and I'm going to discuss one championship, and this is a classic championship. This is the original tag team championship. I'm talking about the WWF/WWF/WWE World Tag Team Championship. So here we go, and the first thing, let's take a look at this championship. Now, this is the classic World Tag Team Championship. I know it was like debuted like in the New Generation era, I think around the Attitude era, and also a little bit in the Ruthless Aggression era. The Ruthless Aggression era had a different World Tag Team Championship. That belt is, it's okay in my opinion. It's good, but this one, in my opinion, I like this one probably better. The other World Tag Team title, the one for the Ruthless Aggression era, it's not bad to me. It's just that I like the classic one better because it's probably more better in terms of like the designs and detail. Let's take a look at the championship design. It's got WWF, on the top, and the side plate looks very nice, shiny and gold. I love championships that are shiny and gold. On the middle, it says World, and you got the little globe of the world. There's the Wind Eagle on the top, and a lot of different designs on the side. And then on the bottom, it says Tag Team Wrestling Champions. So that's pretty cool as well. I love this classic World Tag Team Championship. Now this Tag Team Championship was the original championship that WWE created back in the days. Now, way before it was known as WWF, it was known as the WWF. So the World Tag Team Championship, was in the company from 1971 all the way to 2010. So, of course, the World Tag Team Championship, was first introduced on June 3rd, 1971. So on June 3rd, 1971, at a house show, with the WWF at the time, they had a tournament, and the first ever World Tag Team Champions was Luke Graham and Tarzan Tyler when they won the Tag Team Tournament to become the first ever WWF World Tag Team Champions. On June 3rd, 1971, at a house show, I think because around that time, the WWF and NWA had a partnership at the time in the 70s. Luke Graham and Tarzan Tyler became the first champions. They defeated Dick the Bruiser and the original Sheik in the tournament finals to become the first ever WWF Tag Team Champions. And of course, there's so many like legends in the past, so many tag teams that held this championship. I gotta tell you, back in the days, especially in the 70s, the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, for years, tag team wrestling was, really good. It was relevant, and back in the days, tag team used to mean something, and all that stuff, and all that stuff. And of course, this World Tag Team Championship, I love this one probably better than the Raw Tag Team Championship, SmackDown Tag Team Championship of today, because this is a better design in terms of like design and stuff. Because this championship was the original Tag Team Championship for the WWE, and there are so many tag teams that held this championship, especially legends from the past. So I'm gonna list of the wrestlers of the tag teams who have held this championship. Like I mentioned before, Luke Graham and Tarzan Tyler was the first champions. Then you have Carl Gotch and Renee Goleb, King Curtis and Michael Cialuna, Chief Jane Strongbow and Sonny King, Mr. Fuji and Professor Tanaka, Haystacks, Callahan and Tony Garea. Dean Holt and Tony Garina, the Valiant Brothers of Jimmy Velvet and Johnny Verlaine. I got them Dominic and Victor Rios and Pat Barrett. The Blackjacks, Blackjack Lance, Blackjack Lancer, and Blackjack Mulligan, Louis Koenig and Tony Persis. The Executioners, Executioner number 1 and Executioner number 2. Billy Wyatt Wolf and Chief J. Strombo. Dino Bravo and Dominic Danini. The Young Lumberjacks of, Eric and Pierre. Larry Sabisco and Tony Garea. Ivan Puksky and Tino Santana. The Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika. Bob Backlund and Pedro Morales. Rick Martel and Tony Garea. The Moondogs, Rex and King, aka Spot, Mr. Fuji and Mr. Sanato, Chief James Strongbow and Josie, and then you got who else? Soul Purchase, Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas, the North-South Connection of Adrian Adonis and Dick Murdoch, the U.S. Express, Barry Windham and Mark Rotundo, the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, the Dream Team, the Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine, the British Bulldogs, Davey Boy Smith and Dynamite Kid, the Hart Foundation of Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, the Strike Force, Rick Martel and Tino Santana, Demolition, Axe and Smash, and the Brainbusters of Arn Anderson and Tony Blanchard, the Colossal Connection, Andre the Giant and Haku, and also Demolition, with Axe and Smash, and also with Crush as well later on. The Rockers, the Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, but however, the Rockers did win this championship at a main event show against the Hart Foundation in the 2 out of 3 falls match. But what happened was WWE did not air the title change return to the titles to return to Hart Foundation, and the wins was never announced at the time. And that tag team championship did not count. Let's see. The Nasty Boys, Brian Knox and Jerry Sachs. The Legion of Doom of Road Warrior Animal, Road Warrior Hawk. Money Inc., IRS and Ted DiBiase. The Natural Disaster, Earthquake and Typhoon. The Steiner Brothers, Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner. The Quebecers of, Pierre and Jean Swan. The 123 Kid and Marty Jannetty. Man on a Mission, Mabel and Mo. The Head Shrinkers, Fatu and Samu. The Two Dudes with Attitude, Big Daddy Cool Diesel and Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. The 123 Kid and Bob Holly. The Smoking Guns, Billy Gunn and Bart Gunn. Owen Hart and Yokozuna. Let's see. The Body Donna, Skip and Zig. The Harry O. Goblin and Phineas I. Goblin. The Smoke, let's see who else. The Owen Hart and the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels. Do Love and Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Headbangers, Mosh and Trasher. The New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg. Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie. Kane and Mankind. Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker. Let's see. The Corporation, The Big Boss Man and Ken Shamrock. Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. Kane and X-Pac. The Acolytes, aka the APA, Bradshaw and Farouk. The Hardy Boys and Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. The Unholy Alliance, Big Show and The Undertaker. The Rock and Sock Connection with Mankind and The Rock. The Holly Cousins of Crash Holly and Hardcore Holly. Al Snow and Mankind. The Dudley Boys of Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley. Edge and Christian. Too Cool, Grandmaster Sexy and Scotty Tahati. Let's see. Anybody else? Right to Center, Bull Buchanan and the Good Father. The Rock and the Undertaker. The Brothers of Destruction, Kane and the Undertaker. The Two-Man Power Trip, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho. Diamond Dallas Page and Canyon. Chris Jericho and The Rock. Booker T and Taz. Spike Dudley and Taz. Billy and Chuck. Rico and Rikishi. Edge and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. The Un-Americans of Christian and Lance Storm. Hurricane, with the Hurricane and Kane. Christian and Chris Jericho. Booker T and Goldust. Willie Regal and Lance Storm. Chief Morley and Lance Storm. Kane and Rob Van Dam. Lumbers and Stunts of Rene Dupree and Silver Brain. And also later on, Rob Conway. Evolution, Batista and Ric Flair. Booker T and Rob Van Dam. Chris Benoit and Edge. Lumbers is on with Robert Conway and Simon Grenier. And we got Eugene and Willie Regal. Willie Regal and Tajiri. Hurricane and Rosie. Lance Kane and Trevor Murdoch. Kane and the Big Show. The Spirit Squad with Johnny, Kenny, Mikey, Mitch, and Nikki. Ric Flair and Roddy Piper. Rated RKO with Edge and Randy Orton. John Cena and Shawn Michaels. Paul London and Brian Kendrick. Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes. Ted DiBiase Jr. and Cody Rhodes. Batista and John Cena. CM Punk and Kofi Kingston. John Morrison and The Miz. The Colognes of Carlito and Primo. Edge and Chris Jericho. Jared Show of Chris Jericho and The Big Show. D-Generation X of Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Show Miz with Big Show and The Miz. and the Hart Dynasty of David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd. So those are the tag teams that I mentioned who have held the World Tag Team Championships. If you want to know the most reigns and the list of combined names, let's start off with the most tag team title reigns. The Dudley Boys have won this World Tag Team Championship more times than any other tag teams. They won it a record 8 times. They won the World Tag Team Championship 8 times. And if you want to know the list of combined days as World Tag Team Champions, was Demolition's Axe and Smash. Now Demolition have had the list of combined days as World Tag Team Champions. They won the title 3 times, but their list of combined days as Tag Team Champions was 698 days. The second tag team with the list was Mr. Fuji and Professor Tanaka at 569, and third was the Hart Foundation of Bret Hart, Jimmy and Neidhart with 483 days. And the New Age Outlaws of Billy Gunn was in 4th for 486 days. Now, if you guys want to know the shortest reign as World Tag Team Champions, only 4 tag teams that has the shortest reign as World Tag Team Champions. Bob Backlund and Pedro Morales, the 1-2-3 Kid, Bob Holly, Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, and The Rock and The Undertaker. All those 4 tag teams have held this World Tag Team Championship one day respectively. And also, there's some tag teams like Demolition and the Spirit Squad and some other tag teams have used the Freebird rules, so that way every member of one team becomes World Tag Team Champions. Yep. So, and of course, there have been so many great tag teams, in the past that have held this tag team championship. There's so many great tag teams, back in the days and all this stuff have held this World Tag Team Championship and greatest tag teams of all time. Now, I did mention earlier this title has been, from 1971 to 2010. On August 16, 2010, the World Tag Team Championship was deactivated and it was replaced in favor of the continuation of the WWE Tag Team Championship at the time. Because around that time, Carlito and Primo the Colones, they defeated John Morrison and The Miz at WrestleMania 25 to unify the World Tag Team Championship and the WWE Tag Team Championship. And the last team that ever held this World Tag Team Championship during the time as unified tag team champion was the Hartford Dynasty of David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd, and an episode of Raw when those two when the WWE Tag Team Championship and the World Tag Team Championship has been unified basically, and the World Tag Team Championship was deactivated in favor of the WWE Tag Team Championship. So the World Tag Team Championship has retired in 2010 in favor of the continuation of the other WWE Tag Team Championships. So yeah, and that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. That's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, post your comments in the comments below. Tell me what you think about the World Tag Team Championship. And that's it for this video, guys. This is the Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye, everyone. The Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.